Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk. I got nothing.
Try to rob me, nigga.
So, thank you for joining me. I apologize. We are having another allergy type season where the contacts were not working, darling. So, you got to get the glasses. What I do want to say, which should have been in the intro, but I ain't going back to do it. If the green screen don't cut them out. We just had the Women's March yesterday. This was definitely a very heavy female-centric SAG Awards. So I didn't have a pussy hat, but I got pussy ears. So I put them on. Again, I'm supposed to be at work. I'm under the weather. So I've had this shit on for a while. So we're going to plow right through this so I can put my fucking pajamas back on. The first thing that I saw on the SAG Awards just stuck out to me because they always do this intro on the SAG Awards where they get like the hot up-and-coming actor or the ones that wasn't receiving they due or whatever. It's always like kind of like this speech of how they became an actor, and then they say their name, and I'm an actor. They ain't do no dudes this year. All women. And Allison Janney is fucking killing it. Whoever her stylist is killing it. She gonna win the Oscar too. We gonna get into that. But yeah, they made this real female, all female presenters. No male presenters. You might have said, oh, it was some men on stage, but that was to introduce their award for Best Ensemble, which at the SAG Awards is their big award. If you win ensemble, because the whole thing of being an actor is you want to be able to interact with other actors. So that's for the SAG Awards, that's their big award is ensemble cast. Them was the only men that came up there. If they was in that movie and y'all, as a group, introduced y'all movie, it was men. But all the presenters was female. If you didn't clock it, it's been clocked for you. Go ahead and timestamp that. So I guess, and I haven't really realized it because I haven't been watching the SAG Awards that long. I do tend to catch it. Like I said, this is actually an impromptu review that I had no plans of doing because I didn't know I was going to be sick and at home to sit down and watch the SAG Awards and do the review. But I didn't know it. I never realized it never had a host. So Kristen Bell is our very first host. I actually think she did a good job. That room was tough. Because there was funny shit that was being said. And it like Kristen Bell actually did a really good job. It's just that, were there some hokey jokes where you knew what the setup was? Absolutely. But it was still a very good job. She did a great job. David H. Macy wins Best Comedic Actor. He's going, and we don't know quite where he's going, and it's this truth and lies. And this shit was so very political. And I didn't even do a lot of live tweeting because I didn't want to see a whole bunch of people with flags behind their names, hashtag MAGA, saying that this was all slander. But this is where we at right now. Like, let me say this real quick, off the top. My pink ladies and T-birds will understand this because these are my viewers who watch me all the time. Some of y'all, this is y'all first time here. Thank you. We are very conversational on this channel and I give zero fucks. YouTube finally paid me out. I don't know how all of a sudden I had $102 and was able to get paid out when I haven't made any revenue because of y'all blocked for 3 months. But all of a sudden, I made it over $100 to get paid out. As of right now, this is the first video that'll go up that is not. As of right now, I have demonetized my videos, period. I'm not making y'all no more money. Now, if I find out they running ads on my shit anyway, then I'll go back and monetize it. Or until the practice is fair for all creators on YouTube, pay these people. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Connie Britton came out presenting. I did not get a picture of Connie Britton, but Connie Britton just was like, I was like, oh, Raina James is alive. Her dress just looked like Raina James to me. Uza Adubo, I don't have a picture of her either. She looked amazing. Julia Louis-Dreyfus wins for Best Comedic Actress on a Show, and Veep also won for Ensemble. Now, let me tell y'all something. I enjoy Veep very much. However, there wasn't supposed to be this season of Veep. The one before this was supposed to be the last one where she ran for president and she lost. That was the end of the story. This was an unnecessary season. It was not up to par with the previous seasons because the story was already logically over. And I didn't write it down. But I know Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin. There were other people nominated in this category. I don't think Julia Louis-Dreyfus should have won. All them other seasons that she won, she deserved that shit. This season, not so much. Yeah, I said that. Veep wins Best Comedy Ensemble. I don't think they should have won that either. Don't get it twisted. That ensemble and Julia Louis-Dreyfus carries that show. That shit is phenomenal. But for this last season, that shit wasn't as good as all the rest of the seasons, and it was some shit out there that was better. They did this speech or skit from the show. They had Mike Walsh speak because he's supposed to be like the press secretary, or he was press secretary on the show. When Julia Louis-Dreyfus is one, when Tony Hale is one, that's just something that the Veep crew does. Like when they accept their awards, they kind of tongue-in-cheek, kind of accept it in character. Like, no, we just really like this. That's why the show is so good. So I expected that. We talked about Allison Janney's look. But Allison Janney wins, again, Best Supporting Actress for playing Tonya Harding's mom. I think at this point, it's a no-brainer. The Oscar is hers. Usually it's usually a supporting actress or a supporting actor that we know is going to win the Oscar. This year is both. We already know who the Oscar winner is for. Really, I think we know who the Oscar winner is for Best Actress and Best Actor too, but I think it's going to be a clean sweep, and I think we all know who they all going to be. Allison Janney is definitely going to take Best Supporting Actress, and somebody that is her stylist believed in her, because everybody was saying Laurie Metcalf, it was going to be Laurie Metcalf and Saoirse Ronan. They was going to clean up. They was going to sweep for that Greta Gerwig movie, and nope. Ain't no sweep no more, darling. Oh, it's going to be a sweep, but they not going to sweep. Alison Brie. First of all, this is the reason why I like the SAG Awards, because it is people that actually do the job, voting on the job. And I'm so glad that Glow got the recognition that it got, because it is excellent. But Alison Brie, bitch. And listen, y'all don't know what I've been doing this whole time. I've been sick. I've actually been doing it for probably since I've been in my little funk and depression crisis. When I'm not watching YouTube or the TV shows I review or whatever, I just been going back and watching the whole old season of Community. So to me, Alison Brie is just always going to be Annie Edison. But she just brings it on everything that I've ever seen her in. Outside of that, she was cold on Mad Men. She's amazing in Glow. She was funny in, what's the Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. She was in something else that I'm drawing a blank on, but like she's great. But she looked amazing, and the way they did this, usually I'm not a big fan of a pop of color shoe, even though I did it tonight. I had on a teal shoe because the award is teal. And also I didn't feel like looking for no other shoes. These was out since Versace, and I was like, oh, these got rhinestones on them. All the colors blend in. Yeah, let's, oh yeah, and the actor award is teal too. Let's put that on. But Alison Brie on this red dress with this detail that was like black and blue, and they put her in a blue shoe, and that shit was fucking dope. I'm like, all right, Alison Brie, get it, girl. Sam Rockwell wins again for Best Supporting Actor for 3 Billboards. Listen, that's all tied up. Allison Janney gonna win Supporting Actress Oscar. Sam Rockwell's gonna win Best Supporting Actor. And both of them are like lifelong actors that always play like bit roles and side roles. They fucking deserve it. But Sam Rockwell especially. So I'm very happy about that. I did not know, I don't know, married, girlfriend, whatever, that he was with Leslie Bibb. I said, Sam Rockwell, work! For those of y'all that don't know her by name, Leslie Bibb is Will Ferrell's wife in Talladega Nights. She's the one that Gwyneth Paltrow put out and like read her for filth by saying like it's also my job to take out the trash. Do I need to call you a cab? In Iron Man. And also, the epic. This is why I was just like so hyped to see Leslie Bibb, because I'm like, give this bitch her motherfucking shot. I don't know how many of y'all is hip to GCB, that was supposed to be like the replacement for Desperate Housewives, but the Christian right had a fucking heart attack and they had to cancel it. With her, Kristen Chenoweth, listen, that shit was everything. Save, I had a whole Save GCB campaign, bitch. It was amazing. I wanted another network to pick it up. Netflix wasn't doing it all hard like that. Like, but I'm like, hey, for real, if everybody is available, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, one of y'all need to pick GCB back up. Good Christian bitches. That shit was everything. I loved Gina Rodriguez's dress, except for I didn't need them pieces in the back that floated, but everything else about it, like you see a nude illusion, and it's usually like just rhinestone or black or like a lace pattern, so it having like a floral to it, I thought was dope. Alexander Skarsgård wins Best Male Lead in a miniseries, and he was up against some veterans. He was up against Robert De Niro, Jeffrey Rush, Richard Jenkins. Like, these are super well respected. And he even said it himself, and I was dying. He was like, yeah, who's the greatest actor, Robert De Niro or the tall dude from True Blood? That's all right, Eric Northman. Get your shine, baby, because them is all people that do what you do. That this year, your performance was better than Robert De Niro's. That's what they voted on. Take that shit and accept it. So, I know some of y'all Pink Ladies and T-Birds a little bit younger than me, so when I say 90210, y'all gonna think that dumbass reboot. No, I mean the original. There was 4 girls and 4 guys on Beverly Hills 90210, the original. It was one nerdy girl that she wasn't supposed to be as pretty as the other girls or glamorous as the other girls. She played Andrea. That is your president of SAG. And when I tell you, baby, when she stepped out in that red dress with that cutout, I said, Andrea, bitch, work. Work. Because homework. Google Jenny Garth, Tori Spelling, Shannon Doherty. And then, y'all ain't gonna be Gabriella Canteras. Is this Canteras? Then just look up Andrea from 90210. Or SAG president. She looked the best aged out of all of them. And she looked amazing, and she gave a great speech, and I was like, work, bitch. Mary J. Blige. That dress was everything. I would have liked a different hair for you. But I know that like just slicked back is the style. And it wasn't horrible. I just think your dress was already doing so much. And it was gorgeous. It was fantastic. I didn't love the hair. I still say she's one of my tops. But I didn't love the hair. I think an updo or just pulled back with like a fake ponytail would have been the move because the dress was already saying so much. And I understand like that slicked back hair style is supposed to be like the new minimalist hairstyle. But Kim, I just keep it all the way 100 with you like my good auntie Niecy Nash did. We black. That's the minimalist hairstyle for white people. For us, it just look like our hair ain't done. It just like we just blow dried it or we just took a ponytail out. That don't work for us. It don't work for us. But the dress was perfection. Mary is usually perfection though. In her older age, and she, is a mom and a wife, even though I know she's divorced now, but just growing into being an older R&B diva, and now like really breaking through with the acting, because she's been acting for a little while, but to really break through with the acting where you're getting critical acclaim, she's doing the grand dame thing that Mariah Carey ass need to be fucking doing very well. Rosanna Arquette getting all choked up about the other people that spoke on sexual abuse and like named other people. Still didn't name Rose McGowan though, but okay. But I felt it, and it was important. Everybody in the Best Actress for a limited series or miniseries was either from Feud or Big Little Lies. I gotta sit down and watch Big Little Lies, and when I do, I might do a review of it. But I need to sit down and watch Big Little Lies. It's getting too much acclaim, and of course Nicole Kidman won. She won before. Her speech was good, but I really gotta see Big Little Lies. I did like Nicole Kidman's dress. But I can definitely tell when she said like she was doing this and she was shooting and she had the flu. I believe that. I do believe that because Nicole Kidman is already naturally pale. And the platinum blonde hair is not doing her any favors because it makes her actually look lighter than her red hair. But she's still a beautiful woman despite how much Botox she got in her face. She's just a beautiful woman. And she usually has like this glow about her. And it was not there. So when she said she had the flu, I was like, yeah, okay. Now that you said, yeah, you look sick. Probably the same way I do. I probably don't got a glow. Well, I've been taking medicine to try to, I know I shouldn't be doing this. But I've been doing like taking the medicine like to break my fever and like different things. And even when I did my makeup today, like I was looking at my face like my face looked dull. I was trying to use like more highlighter and more bronzer, and I was just like, no, it's that ain't what it is. You just look dull. It don't matter. Rita Moreno, yes, give her a standing ovation. That is an EGOT winner, and she was doing it when you think Black Rose was slim to none. Try being motherfucking Latino, like, and she did that shit. So she's great, and she's awarding a lifetime achievement to Morgan Freeman. Well deserved. We all love Morgan Freeman. I, for one, did not remember him on the Electric Company, but my sister does. So I just think that's like kind of like just dope that they work together and they still friends. My little note says this nigga got on a ball cap, but you know what? I'll allow it, cause you got slave ship hair any goddamn way. And, no, that sounded fucked up, but I'm allowed to say that. None of y'all say that unless y'all my race. But you got slave ship hair anyway. And then you older. You in a Lifetime Achievement Award. You want to wear a baseball hat at your age. Nigga, rock a baseball hat. I wasn't even mad. He makes a little it was like a joke, but it was one of those jokes that, which we gonna get into because Auntie Niecy did one too. One of them jokes like, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Where he said like the award from the back is fine, from the front is very gender specific. Maybe I started the conversation. It was a joke, but it was, you know, his way of saying like I'm supporting the Me Too movement, and or wait a minute. Or was he kind of making fun of the Me Too movement? Like, y'all gonna jump on everything? Jump on this too. The statue is a man. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. I just brought myself down. Like, oh, was that kind of like a diss? Was that a sub diss? Alright, moving past that. So, speaking of Auntie Niecy Nash. Y'all know I love Niecy Nash. I talk about Niecy Nash. I'm so proud of Niecy Nash because women that look like me do not be on fucking TV. They do not be successful. They do not be the leads. They play the same character they always play, like she did on Reno 911 as the ghetto black girl. Niecy Nash, this look was almost flawless. I just didn't love what shade green it was. Like, and you may even see it today. The reason why I can't get all my green screen out is because my green screen is not a real green screen. I bought some fabric that was green that I was like, what is the furthest away green that I can get from my skin tone? Because eventually I will. But I haven't bought a real green screen. I just wanted to start trying to like working with it and getting familiar with it, so I bought this fabric instead. Her dress was green screen green, and green screen green is the furthest color away from natural skin tone, so therefore it's not an attractive color. But the cut, the fit, the sleeves, the hair, everything was on point. But if that would have just been like a little bit more of an emerald green or just something, it just wasn't an attractive color green. I don't mind it being green. The color green looked beautiful on her. Just the color green it was just weird, but it was flawless. I thought her and Olivia Nunn was killing like they banter, because everybody that does banters on award shows, you'd be like, we know it's going to be cheesy. Like, they killed it. And then when they said the winner is, and Niecy Nash said, if it's Sterling K. Brown, can I say it? I don't know if this was a bit that her and Olivia had worked out together, or if Niecy Nash just really went in and said this. And Olivia was like, why? And Niecy was like, because he black. Hold on. I gotta do it? I gotta do it, don't I? That was the slow clap of the night, because we was all thinking it. Y'all think it's a joke when Issa Rae said that we make these jokes. I told y'all that at the last award show I just reviewed. We secretly, as black people, is always rooting for the black person to win. Just like Drag Race. I want Trixie Mattel to win. But I'm still rooting for Shanji. I'm still rooting for Chi-Chi. And I'm still rooting for Kennedy. And I'm not going to. I think that Trixie is going to win. I think Trixie is deserving to win. But goddammit, if it ain't Trixie, it better be one of them goddamn black queens. That is really how we work. That's why that joke is funny. And that, what Niecy Nash did, either she did it on her own and Olivia Nunn didn't know, or Olivia Nunn was part of it. That was a bit. But the best comedy comes from truth. And that's why it's hilarious. That shit was hilarious. At least to black people. Or people that probably do comedy. Because that shit was so real. Because nobody would expect that. Like, you at a prestigious award show, you got on your gown and everything. Can I say it if it's Sterling K. Brown? Why? Because he black. Nobody expected her to actually fucking say it. We was all thinking it. We didn't expect her to come out her mouth to say it. But in any case, I live for Niecy Nash. I always have. I live for Niecy Nash, Yvette Nicole Brown, and Retta. Because women that look like me don't make it big in TV. Moving on. Claire Foy wins for The Crown for Best Actress and a TV show drama, and I want to watch that too because I like shit about royals and princesses and kings and queens. I like that shit. I like the real shit, not fantasy shit with kings and queens like Game of Thrones. I don't fuck with fantasy, but I like that. And I was like, I do need to sit down and watch The Crown. It's very hard when you're trying to maintain this and then you build yourself as a television reviewer, because now you're obligated to like watch certain stuff, and some stuff that you really want to watch you just don't have time for, or in your spare time you just like, I've already had to watch this and this and this and this. I don't even want to watch TV, but I want to see that. Kate Hudson and Goldie Hawn. Don't know if I'm going to be able to find a picture. But your mother is not supposed to look better than you, man. Goldie Hawn's like Tiffany blue dress looks nice. Kate Hudson looked like Little Mouse on the Prairie. I'm going to say that again. She looked like Little Mouse on the Prairie. Because it was a cross between Minnie Mouse and the Waltons. And it wasn't cute. Halle Berry, finally, I was like, all right, Halle Berry, this is how you do it. And I thought she just had like the fake ponytail hanging down and it was like pinned some kind of way. And I'm like, Halle Berry, fire your hairstylist. You are too beautiful and too iconic and have too nice of a body to put these gowns on for the person that is doing your hair to keep doing you like that. Get rid of this bitch. Frances McDormand wins for Best Actress. She had on her little dress that matched the award. But speaking of Little House on the Prairie, but I know she's very outspoken about, this is my age. I want to play people my age. There should be parts of people my age. I know she's very that. But goddamn, how old is she? Because she just be like, fuck it, I ain't wearing nothing fitted because I ain't trying to wear no girdle. Her hair was done when they came out and did the entrance, her Sam Rockwell and Woody Harrelson, to say, this is 3 billboards in Ebbing, Missouri. I love that she was saying Missouri too. I'm like, she country as hell. I love Frances McDormand. But when she came to accept her award, you could just tell she was just doing this all night. Because that hair was just like... But she's pretty much going to win the Oscar. And then Gary Oldman wins, and he's pretty much going to win the Oscar. It ain't even a competition no more, man. And then 3 billboards. Lupita and Brie Larson. I like Lupita's dress. I've seen her in better. But I didn't like the dress. She really doesn't never do wrong. But I've seen her in better. And I think I like Brie Larson's dress. I'm going to have to look and see the whole dress, but I kind of like the multicolor velvet, the rhinestones on it was brilliant, and it was a fashion risk. We just don't see those no more. We just don't see those no more, but I think I might have kind of dug that. And 3 billboards won Best Ensemble, and I think we knew that because the main 3 characters was nominated for major awards tonight. So there's that. And I think I didn't say it because I don't watch it, but This Is Us won Best Ensemble for TV. Over Orange Is the New Black and Glow, but I don't watch This Is Us to say that they was robbed. Because I don't see nobody else getting nominated but the black dude and the big girl. Don't nobody else get nominated. But Orange Is the New Black, like you'll have at the Emmys, multiple people off that show nominated in the same series. This wasn't the best season at Orange Is the New Black, though. But Uza Aduba. Shit, I thought someone who should have got nominated was Danielle Brooks. Because this was Tasty's year on Orange Is the New Black. It just sucks that the storyline wasn't that great. But she acted her ass off and she didn't even get a nomination. That's alright. That bitch getting motherfucking Tony coin. She was nominated for a Tony. Bitch getting Tony coin. Do you, baby. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. As a quick reminder, my videos will no longer be monetized. So any money that now comes into the channel will be directly from my viewers. And that's fine. I do have 2 new patrons on Patreon. Come on, girls. I have 2 new patrons on Patreon. I have not gotten a chance to. I think I did update it for one. I just got another one today, so it's not updated yet. But you will be in the credits. My Patreons are everything. It is the reason why I'm able to continue to get engaged and do the green screen and spend the time to do that. They are the reason. And I thank each and every one of you. Also, merch is available. My album is available. And, you know, if you just decide you want to shoot me a couple dollars, and sometimes I be live, so if you on Super Chat, you can do that too. At this point, the goal to make money was off of YouTube. So any money that I'm getting outside of that just goes back into my channel. But the YouTube money was the money that was actually in my pocket for shit that I needed. But I gave up the monetization because I talk the talk. So I walk the walk. I'm not phony. I'm not fake. People done lost their channels. Y'all done completely not paid people out. I believe the reason why all of a sudden I got money is because I was the squeaky wheel get the oil. Because I was saying that shit a lot and then putting that shit in manual review. Like, and put it in manual review so y'all can see I'm saying that shit. Like, we are at a... I'm about to get into some whole other shit. But real quick. We are at a time in America. I'm going to say this. Donald Trump is going to make America great again. But not the way he thought he was going to do it. Because people are speaking up. And injustices are getting shut the fuck down. Now this might be a minor one, but it ain't this ain't no different than the 1% against the 99%. I will not allow you to monetize my videos for you to give me 3 cents on the dollar that you make for a channel on my commercial when there are people whose channels were deleted that you did make ad money off of them and then said, fuck you, you can't get paid because you didn't have enough people to watch your channel. How the fuck is you supposed to get fucking started? You gotta start somewhere. You're not giving nobody a chance to start. So until it's fair, or I see that they running commercials anyway, because they running commercials anyway, then fuck you, you're not gonna make all the money. You're gonna give me what you owe. But no monetized videos. So, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. For those of you who came over from Jamie Deluxe or James Caldwell, thank you very much. I appreciate that immensely. And I really do need to wrap this up. So, I want to take this geesh off and I want to get some soup. And I still got to edit this shit. So, I'm rambling. I'm going to wrap it up. Deuces.
Kamehameha attack is blazing, I'm so amazing. Japanimation, the anime on your cartoon station. So fulfilling, no adults swimming for about an hour. Revealing power, unorthodox amongst these cowards. Full transformation for Optimus Prime transformation. A good vibration from Rumble Pack.